What's going on, my fellow quad people? Today we're going to be checking out 32nd note singles. So the beginner variation, variation 1 for this exercise, is pretty basic. What we have is a check pattern for the first two measures where we're going to isolate either the right hand or the left hand. And then we have a filled in pattern for the next two bars where we're going to fill in that check pattern. The drum split is meant to emphasize that single hand isolation. So you'll see for the first two bars, we're playing with both hands on drum 1, and then when it's the right hand part, it's going to be played on drum 3. Same thing if you do reverse sticking. Both hands are playing on drum 2, and then the left hand gets moved over to drum 4. This should really help you out with the timing and consistency of sound between the check pattern and the filled in 32nd notes. Alright, so at this point we have a couple questions to ask ourselves. One, how is our stick motion? Are we keeping that vertical path no matter what drum we play on? Two, what playing zones? Are we in the proper playing zones or are we in the bad playing zones? Especially for the really first time beginner players, use this exercise not only as a single stroke roll exercise, but also as a tool to dial in those zones. And of course, we want to make sure that our 32nd and 16th note interpretations are as on the grid as we can get. And again, make sure you pick a tempo that is comfortable for you to begin with, especially on that left hand lead variation. Oftentimes what will happen is that the left hand, you'll find, is a little slower, a little more laggy than the right hand, and that's okay. You just got to spend a little more time to develop that hand speed. So the last thing on the list that we need to remind ourselves of is our hand angle. If you have your nice angle here on drum 1, when you go out to play on drum 3, are you tweaking out? Are you playing over to the side? Or is your forearm carrying the hand and stick over to where it needs to be? Same thing for the left hand when going from drum 2 to drum 4. Is your wrist tweaking out? Are you playing over like this? Or is the forearm carrying the stick and hand to where they need to go? For now, I highly, highly recommend playing this exercise on one drum to start with, and then go ahead and utilize the split patterns. Next video, we're going to be checking out the variation 2, the advanced variation for this exercise. We're going to look at crossovers a little bit and have a little bit of fun with that. So for now, enjoy, practice, use a metronome.